Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is DropsOver0, and today, guys, we are here with another interview. This time with Adam, the Backyard Nightmare Anderson.
Thank you for having me. Wonderful show you have here.
Thanks. I mean, production quality is kind of trash, but I try
You
to
all
make it
gotta
as
make
best as I
somewhere.
can.
But yeah, thank you for having me. It's wonderful.
Oh, you're welcome. So, we're gonna just start out with some of the basics. What's it like living down in Florida? Cause right now I know you're in Florida. You're going to Full Sail, and you might be going into WWE, which I will talk about that later on.
Yes, Florida, it's been pretty good actually. I've been enjoying my studies at Full Sail. If you do not know, I study game design right now in Full Sail, and it's been pretty fun. I've been enjoying my experience with them, and hopefully the rest of the 2 years will fly by pretty quickly.
Yeah. Full Sail University. That's where WWE they host NXT, and that's where some of the younger guys or some of the older talents too start out for their WWE career, but they have to go to one place first, and that is Larry Zbyszko's training school. uh,
Oh yeah.
Phoenix is gonna hate me for just saying the name, but Phoenix, I love you. Not really. You're not the greatest of all time like you said you were. You don't like
Oof.
DuckTales, so I'm mad at you now. It's a
Yeah.
bit of an inside reference.
Thing is, with Larry Zbyszko's wrestling school, I'm actually planning to head there this Monday, but it looks like it's a really, really wonderful school, and there's all kinds of schools down here in Florida. You got Team 3D made by the Dudley Boys. You have Larry Zbyszko's, I believe, in wrestling, and you have some, I believe it is the Wild Samoan school as well. People like Rikishi, Roman Reigns, and few of them went to that school. Florida is a huge opportunity for wrestlers like me trying to get into the indie scene and hopefully into WWE someday, which is my dream right now.
Yeah, and it's a dream for, I'm pretty sure, all of us here at the backyard wrestling industry and the indies.
Yes.
Shoot, I was trying to think. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Triple H, he likes to come down there, from what you've told me, and pick up some guys. And how do you think like you would do if Triple H came down? I'm sorry, but how do you think you would do if he came down and picked you out? Like,
To be honest, I would be very honored and humble about the situation. I mean, I believe that everyone should have a chance like that in their life, but I've had a lot of great chances so far in my life, especially working in places like the DVW and the ECW and even soon to be the VTW.
ooh, going all over the place. But
Yes.
for ECW, you haven't wrestled your first match of the year yet. And that first match is going to be up against me, guys. I don't know if you've been noticing from my channel, I post highlight reels of my match, so as soon as that match happens between me and Adam, which I'm very honored for, I will definitely make sure to post that highlight reels right away and try to get you guys, all psyched, because we plan on throwing down the best match of the year, and so far the best match of my life.
Yeah, I am as honored as you are when it comes to wrestling you, and I think me and you would have a really good match, and it really will showcase what my talents are like.
Yeah, and same thing for mine. I'm hoping that we get to bring out the best of both of us. Um, for the ECW though, how have you liked it so far? Like,
I mean, I've actually had experiences with some of the members of ECW before, and I've always had positive experiences with them. And so far, it is no different. So far, the ECW has treated me like their own. From coming from, I guess one of the most hated companies, DVW, I just feel so welcomed.
yeah, and that kind of segues onto my next question. I've heard about some of the heat with DVW. What's that all about?
It's really not hate at all, to be honest. It's just my displeasure with the company. Nothing against them at all, but it's just I've been just unhappy with them within the past couple of months, and I won't get into detail with that because it's a little bit too long. But also, it's just to be honest, I get drained every time I step foot in DBW or do anything DBW related. So I guess you could say I'm doing this as a whole refresh, like a new restart.
Yeah, but you know, you're already an established name coming out from the original Burfinator.
Ah, yes.
And, you know, like, where's that name come from, Burfinator?
Okay, this is a pretty good story. I always get asked this every time when I do interviews like this. Basically, the name the Burfinator came from is my last name, which is Burford, and one of my favorite characters, fictional characters of all time, is the Terminator, and I kind of mixed the two. Did the first half of my name Burf, and did Inator as kind of like a mix, and I was like, hey, that actually gelled pretty good. I might roll with this until something else changes. 3 years later, I've been still using it, and now I'm finally changing my name.
Yeah, and you know, what a good name it is. You've told us personally some of the influences of just your new name, the Backyard Nightmare, which sounds like a lot like the American Nightmare of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take inspiration from a lot of wrestlers. I don't like to use the term stealing because it's actually not stealing. It's more of, if you look at it, I'll use a video game terminology right here. If you look at it, Overwatch, people say it took from Team Fortress 2, but really it just took inspiration. I'm basically pulling in Overwatch here.
Yeah. But, you are really an established talent, because I've, you know, like, out of the couple companies that I've been in talk with, including DBW, I've been hearing actually a little bit about you. Like, it's like, oh, Burfinator's actually a really good guy, he's a good wrestler. And how do you feel about, you know, all these people saying these things about you?
To be honest, at first I really didn't actually realize how big I've turned it into. Whenever like just a few months ago, I thought like, oh, just like a few people from DBW only watch me, but a few months now into the present, I get all these people like Cameron Jackson saying that he's seen my work, and Devon McDonald liking my work, even Yankee likes my work. It just opened my eyes for me, saying, wow, I really went far into this. I should be continuing it or do something with it.
Yeah, you really should, because you really are a great talent, good worker. I've seen a couple of your videos, and I like the work you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, definitely. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. There's this one company that you've worked with before, and I'm pretty sure it was only 2 matches. And that company is known as WBW, Wilkes-Barre Wrestling.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. How would you like to explain your experiences there?
I'll tell you from the beginning to basically the end of my journey to WBW. So basically how it started was I got in contacts with the owner of DBW, and he said, I cannot English today, but anyways, he said we're going to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania to wrestle for this company called WBW. Would you like to come and showcase what DBW is all about? And I'm like, yeah, I would love to do that. I would showcase my talents off anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's on the ground, doesn't matter if it's in a trampoline, or it doesn't even matter if it's an actual ring. So we took a journey down. I believe it was an hour and a half, most likely, I think a little bit more, to come to Wilkes-Barre. And I was in talks with Bryce, as you know, Victor Van Pelt. I was in talks with Bryce throughout the whole entire journey, and that's actually how I met him the first time, was during my WBW journey. What else? So we get there, and it seemed we didn't see the ring at all until we got to the backyard, the actual backyard. And once Bryce took us to that backyard, it kind of opened our eyes, saying that, man, there's companies out there that have so little like WBW, and their ring kind of showed for it. Even though all of them treat me with respect, which I treat them with respect, I would not go back there because of the ring. That's the only reason, in my opinion. Because, in my opinion, Joe Tassel and me still have good relationships with each other. James Rush is the same. I don't know about Jay Madness. He still might hate me. I don't know. I'll go a little bit more into detail with that. But I did have 2 matches. It was the first match. It was BVP as Victor Van Pelt, or Bryce the Psycho Clown Van Pelt, whatever he called himself back then, versus a wrestler named Just Chris. And Just Chris, I don't know how he got his name, to be honest, but he wasn't the best of wrestlers, let's just say. But the only thing he really knew was how to use a weapon. So I wrestled him and BBP, and he broke a tree branch over my back, which I still have marks over still to this day. But it's fine because now I know what a tree branch feels like.
And it gives experience, so.
Yeah, and not to forget, this match was also for their biggest title in their company, the WBW title. So already knowing that I was in their biggest title match was kind of a good feeling that other companies would put me in the top. And then the second match I was in, yes, I was in 2 matches in that damn ring. It was RJ Carnage and Mr. Judgment versus me and BVP. So me and BVP wrestled 2 matches that day, which I don't think he was happy about either. But the match was going very smoothly. Me and Mr. Judgment was proving that we are better than WBW in every single way. And until the one moment where it was close to the end of the match, it was probably at the end of the match. RJ Carnage was setting up for a Styles Clash, but he didn't say it clear enough. So I didn't know if it was a powerbomb or a Styles Clash or what. And he did the move to me, and I landed on my neck.
Ooh.
Straight on my neck, and that could have really damaged, like really paralyzed me. But I am so glad that I was humble enough to actually. I was so humble that I managed to continue the match and still walked out there perfectly normal.
Yeah, I know, and that's gotta be a lot. Like, that has to be a lot, you know, you're getting dropped on your head or on your neck. I've been dropped on my head a couple of times. I've taken a couple bad head blows.
The thing between like a ring like yours and a ring between WBWs is it feels harder than the ground itself. It feels like it's concrete.
Whoa.
The way how the ring felt. Your ring has more safe and stability, and it has more bounce.
It's an actual ring. But
yeah.
For those of you who are wondering what's under that ring, it's not concrete or anything. It's tires, actually, from what I was told.
Ah, yes.
Actual tires. You know, the ones on a car.
Yes,
and
those things that go round and round. Yeah, that.
You know, like the wheels on the bus. Yeah, that stuff. I mean, I hope the rims weren't included on those tires, but you know.
Oh God, I don't know about that one. Might be, from what it felt like.
Wow, man. So, Adam, is there any independent promotion that you would want to, or you have ever wrestled for?
Ooh, any independent stuff? That's a good question. If I had to pick like independent stuff, I would have to pick CZW as one of them. CZW, known as Combat Zone Wrestling, I believe it is in Pennsylvania as well.
I think that's in Ohio, but I'm not sure.
Close enough. It's pretty close, let me tell you. I don't know my geography well, but I know it's close enough. But another independent promotion I would love to do is PWG. PWG is one of the companies that I admire for having everything for every audience. You got the regular hardcore stuff for the hardcore lovers, the old ECW fanatics, and you got the flippy stuff for the new generation for people who can't even see as a leg drop to win a match anymore, like how Hulk Hogan won matches. Then you got your regular traditional matches. Then you got your silly stuff where I believe Tommaso Ciampa was in a match where he stuck his thumb up someone's butt and took a twist, and it was really hilarious, and it just fills everyone's like agenda when it comes to wrestling. So that's one of the main companies I want to try to go for in my life.
Yeah. Out of all the fan groups you just named, what area do you think you would be in?
To wrestle or to be a fan of?
Yeah, but I'm just talking about, like, if you're just a fan.
Oh, just a fan, okay. As a fan, I would go for the flippy stuff, because I enjoy a lot of flips and a lot of amazing feats of agility and strength.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually a really big fan of Ricochet, which is where I'm starting to get most of my in-ring inspiration from.
Yes, Ricochet is a wonderful wrestler. I do take some inspiration of his stuff as well, but I cannot even do some of the stuff that he can do. Just saying, like some of the suicide dives he does, I could barely do a backflip.
I mean, I've been working on my backflips. They're not great, but they're still a work in progress, so it's something.
Yeah, definitely.
Shoot, I'm trying to, like, how to think of how I'm gonna segue this back. Alright, you know, I just did it right there. Bam, terrible segues, let's go. I want to talk about this thing with you and Jay Madness. You said that Jay Madness still might hate you, and if you want to explain to the audience, what do you think he hates you for?
Well, to be honest, I just use the term hate as a quick icebreaker, but basically why I think me and Jay Madness don't have a true like bond or like a true like respectful relationship is because as when I went to WBW, he was there, and he was originally supposed to be my opponent. And he saw me, and he's like, "Is he my opponent?" And he also commented, "I can throw this kid out into the audience," and basically commenting on my weight and my size, basically. And that kind of gave me a sour taste in my mouth, especially with my journey coming an hour and a half to 2 hours just to wrestle in that company. You should be humbled that I even came there, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I feel like me and Jay Madness aren't like the bestest of friends, but I feel like me and him are respected after he saw me perform, or at least in a healthy relationship.
Yeah, you know, like I said, you have great talent. For those of you who's never seen Adam wrestle, you really should check him out. He's on the DBW channel. Soon he should be on the ECW channel. That's my opinion, though.
Yes, it should be soon.
Is there any backyard feds you would want to wrestle for?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, I want to wrestle for BEW. Definitely, you guys have a strong relationship with each other. You and BEW and ECW. Another company I would love to wrestle is a company called VBW, Vancouver Backyard Wrestling, which is a company up in Canada, which is probably one of the most popular backyard wrestling companies there is right now that's still alive.
True.
You got wrestlers like the GOAT James Blade, which I am actually somewhat good friends with him. You got people like the architect Chris Blaze, and you got one of the newest members, Trevor Moody, which won a contest called the Quest for the Best, where you had to submit a video saying why you deserve to be there. I was actually presented in their episode as one of the finalists, you could say. And I almost had the opportunity to go there, almost, but I didn't include a highlight reel.
Oh.
So I almost went to one of the companies I want to work for.
Almost. Yeah. Hopefully one day. Hopefully these guys are watching and they sign you. We gotta get a trend going. Hashtag sign Adam. Alright.
Yes. Yeah. Other companies I would like to work for, like, to be honest, that's really all the ones I really want to work for. I know I would include ECW, but I'm already going to be there, so I can't include it on my list.
Yeah, you're gonna be facing me. Now it's just my job to milk out this match as much as I can.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be the next, Styles, Nakamura, Omega, Okada, I believe, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That I'm
just-
shooting to be the next Okada Omega.
Yeah. You know what? It's gonna be a 7-star match. We're gonna one-up them.
Dave Meltzer, you better watch.
Yeah, Dave. I'm gonna email you with our match, Dave. You better. I'm putting my trust into you, Dave. You gotta get this for me, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God. ECW, like, have you ever been to one of their shows before? Have you ever wrestled for ECW at all?
I have not, actually. I've almost had the opportunity to go for to be at ECW show, but due to complications to traveling, because it was around the time I was actually moving down to Florida, I was unable to go.
When was this? Around what time would you say?
Around November.
Ah, so I would have probably met you, because I made my debut in October.
Yeah, like, it was around the November stretch, and it was supposed to be, whenever, Bryce Van Pelt had his, title, he was doing, oh wait, no, it was not Bryce Van Pelt, I think it was, either, wait, no, hold on, I'm trying to think, it was either Pat Hardy or Bryce Van Pelt.
It was
that
Pat.
had the title. It was Pat, okay.
It was Pat.
He was supposed to do an open challenge, and I was supposed to accept the challenge.
Ah.
And I could tell you the outcome right now if you would like.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
I was originally supposed to win it.
Ah, you were gonna win the belt.
And Bryce Van Pelt was supposed to come out and use his heel GM, heel ownership, and strip me from my title, but have him wrestle me so he would win it.
That would have been an interesting story, you know.
So I was supposed to originally win the ECW title back then.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think you'd ever be able to win it now?
Oh, definitely. Like, I think currently me and Victor Van Pelt would have a tremendous match, but in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I'm not trying to step on his toes since me and him are brothers basically now, but I think if I train and really get it down, I think I would be the outcome but just by a smidge.
Which this kind of leads me on to my next question. What would your dream matches be for the backyard wrestling industry?
Oh, dream matches. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Who would you
I
want
got
to face?
Let's see. One man in particular I would love to face. I've watched him for, let's see, 2 years now. One man I would love to face is Cameron Jackson, 16.
Good old Cam.
Another wrestler I would love to wrestle. He is no longer in the backyard scene. He's actually in the indie scene. His name is Fuego del Sol. He wrestled for a company called KBW, one of the biggest backyard wrestling companies there is on YouTube, alive and dead.
Yeah.
They have, I believe, 140,000 subscribers right now.
They're
But
huge, yeah.
But yeah, he is one phenomenal wrestler. I would love to wrestle him in the independent scene or in the backyard scene. I mean, he is a spectacular wrestler. He is probably one of the best backyard wrestlers I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
That's why he went to Indies.
I bet they're great. I haven't seen them personally, but, I bet they're a good company.
Yeah, Fuego del Sol in particular, he fought people like Chavo Guerrero and a few people like that. Just a little backstory on his matches.
If you want me to be completely honest, I thought you were gonna say Jordan Oliver, and I was like, yeah, Jordan Oliver. I mean, he still does some backyard stuff, but yeah, Jordan.
He in particular, I will see him in the independent scene rather than the backyard scene.
Ooh. Could we get some little insider information here?
To be honest, I just don't like his wrestling style. I think he isn't that really good.
Ooh, throwing some heat on Jordan Oliver.
I mean,
there.
if he wants to come and wrestle me sometime, I would not back down from the challenge. But I'm just saying right now, I would beat him easily.
Oh my God! Wow. Calling Jordan out right here, guys, on this very podcast-like style of a video. I don't know why I'm trying to milk out my own videos, but we're gonna milk it out anyways. Let's go.
Who knows? We might see
me and Adam one-on-one. There we go.
Yeah, nice plug-in, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, if Jordan Oliver wants to wrestle me, we might see a Jordan Oliver versus the Nightmare in the Backyard, or the Backyard Nightmare, Adam Anderson.
I'm so down. I cannot wait for that match. If that ever happens, that would be definitely a dream match for me right there.
Yeah, definitely. I'd see us having a great match.
Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. So, this is a kind of off-topic question, but at the same time, I'm going to try and relate this to wrestling. But, if you ever had to spend a summer up in Pennsylvania to wrestle for our company, ECW, would you do it? And when?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I would love to do that. When, I'd say, is within the next, after 2 years, because I would no longer be in college, so I don't have to worry about schedules.
Exactly, yeah. I would, be so happy to, it's like, oh yeah, we got Adam up in Pennsylvania, one of the biggest names out there, because, everyone likes talking about you.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to be in ECW for a summer, have some kick-ass matches.
Yeah, I know, there could be a lot of amazing matches. You could have Phoenix, you could have Victor, you could have MP3.
Yes, MP3.
I bet you could even have a good match with Jay Jacobs. That's how far I'm gonna go.
Oh, yeah, he is someone that I find very interesting, JJ.
Yeah, Jay Jacobs, he needs improvement, He had that dabbing gimmick going for him, but he might be able to get better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God. Alright, so I think this is almost about a good time to wrap up the interview. So, this is what I'm doing with all my interviews. I'm gonna state out a name, and I want you to shoot on them, alright?
Okay.
So, we're gonna start off with the big one, Mr. Judgment.
Oh, Mr. Judgment. Oof. Great guy, but in a business relationship, I will not wrestle for his company.
Alright, Joe Tattersall.
Joe Tattersall, he is also a great guy, but he needs a better ring. I will not come back if he does not have a better ring.
Bryce Victor Van Pelt, whatever you want to call him. Whatever he goes by this week.
MC for life.
Same thing for Phoenix, I'm assuming.
No, I have something different for him.
Oh, well, shoot on
Okay,
Phoenix.
Phoenix, we gotta go Denny's.
Oh. Uh, should you include the MC for life there too, or?
MC for life.
Okay, we're good. Um, Dale Von Satan.
Oof, Dovan Satan. He, okay, this might be longer than expected, but he does not deserve the title. He doesn't even deserve a title shot.
Ooh. There's some heat right there. Some good heat, but oh man, that is, jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, last but not least, me.
See you April.
Yeah, you too, man. I mean, we're probably gonna be in the Skype call for a little while longer, but you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so, you know, we'll just talk and then we'll be like, oh yeah, see you in April when I beat you up. It's like, same to you, man.
See you in April when I may or may not kick your ass.
Yeah, you too, dude. I mean, I'll make sure to kick your head in just a couple times.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna love that.
Oh yeah. Anyways, before this gets too weird, if you guys like this video, please leave a like on it. If you really like it, go ahead and subscribe. I want to thank you once more, Adam, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Is there anything you want to plug in before we go?
April, my man, I will be at Kingston, Pennsylvania with the best in the backyard. And get ready, you will see some more stuff from me on the ECW channel.
Alright guys, I will see you all in the next video. Peace!